Yeah, boys, the condo's still being bugged. We need to go and just do it in the void. Man, I wanted to sit down on not your void couch. I get a weird feeling. I know, man, I know. But we don't got no choice. Well, oh fuck. Oh well. Let's go get. Well, you guys, let's go and do this thing because, well, hey, we got stuff to do. But we're gonna get serious today because, like, Sonic shit.
Such thing.
I don't think that's happening today.
I don't think it's happening any day.
Well, that's fine.
They want each other though. Oh yeah. I mean, to be honest, yes, Blaze and Sonic do want each other right now. I ain't even the attention right here is undeniable. I mean, yeah, it doesn't really have a glare that y'all call the sex glare, but hey, who does? Who really does? I swear, Bugsy, we all can do the same thing you can do. Not to the same degree. Weren't you just running from Kudachi like an hour ago going, why, Chaotic Allfather, why did you make me so sexy? Wasn't that you? Oh fuck right off. And yes, I did say that. Because I deeply regret it. Now Kodachi's gonna be after me now. I'm glad I locked her into her universe. So even if everybody jumps into a portal, she just gets ejected out. So I was using every spell I had. I was like, God damn, no! hurry! I was using every incantation I've ever known to boot someone out of a universe.
You'd like to read your letters and let me know what's going on.
Okay, well, thank you, Mr. Smiley. There's a lot of people obsessed with the idea of Sonic being destined lovers with Amy, and that you and her are in denial about your feelings. I honestly think that's ridiculous, and that finding your own happiness will always come before trying to fulfill some kind of fantasy.
Thank you, very wise words indeed. I am not here to fill that role.
The thumbnail was bait. It's like the Badgers. They knew that we were gonna do like this, and then we actually watched ahead just to make sure we weren't getting tricked. And lo and behold, we almost got tricked, but we're pushing it back. We're pushing it back, boys. We're doing it. Call us the fucking get backers because we about to get back. And if anybody actually gets that reference, we give you a cookie of your choice, virtually.
I'm not the one who brought that up.
I'm letting them know.
Thanks, Brian Doom. Have you guys seen my son? I've been looking for him for years. He looks like that hedgehog with black.
Bugsy, don't. I can't. What the fuck? Who's in the chat being wild?
Brian Doom.
Who? The Blue Blazers is Brian
I've never
Doom.
heard of Brian.
We know Brandon. Oh, Brandon had illegitimate children. I know where you can find them. But Bugsy, why do you demonic and Beetlejuice get mad about? Like, Brandon's not a bad person, you guys. Just because everybody treats him as a perfect little angel doesn't mean we all hate him like y'all do. He's a bitch. Not the point. Fucking hate that motherfucker. I'm not like I put that on the crown. I put that on the crown, man. I put that on the crown, and you know I put that on the crown. I put that shit on the crown. Anyways, let me just make sure no one tries to interrupt me again. So I'm gonna just do a little thing I like to call. You know. Hold up. is. I should probably pause this. Had to Kodachi proof the void for a minute. What, you scared she's gonna just like pop out? She probably will. And that's what I'm afraid of. Anywho, let us begin. The rooms are the void's Kodachi proof. We're safe. I'm safe. Let's go.
I don't know anyone by the name of Brian. What?
Brian. Thanks, Green Egg Pond. Damn, we didn't even have to pay for that slap. Anyways, Sonic, why do you think marriage is not a real thing? Why do you run from the first sign of commitment? Tails and Cream pointed this out a lot yesterday.
There is no commitment to run from. I'm not going to marry him.
I've committed to saving your, helping you save your world. I'm
Thank you.
committed, guy.
There is no commitment of relationship to run from in the first place. Will be vital, right? I don't want to marry him. I want to marry the last man on earth.
Yeah, well, to answer your question, Green Egg Pond, I say that marriage is made up and fake because it's made up and fake.
It's made up and fake for you because, you have, Needle ain't really a good dad. Your mom... Well, I did have some very, very hot nights with your mom. I ain't even gonna lie with Sonic. It happened. It was good. I may or may have not given your mother the old chaos style. Before the Mario got up in there and was like, no, it's mine, and I slapped that motherfucker. But we don't got time. I don't got time to talk about that. We don't have time to talk about my exploits. But seriously, you really need to learn from me. Not the sexual stuff. You ain't ready for that. You ain't ready for that, man. You don't even got, we need to fix you up here before you even go down there. You need to learn proper emotional control.
Ridiculous
There's
right
no
now.
marriage in nature.
It's legally binding.
Laws are also
It's a
technically made
contract.
up.
Try telling that to prison.
Prisons are also technically an invention.
It's an invention when you're incarcerated. You are a ridiculous person.
No, but I'm...
No, Sonic. You're only like that because your mother and father are both hot garbage. Therefore, you think marriage is a joke. Bugsy's saying this off of his own... Bugsy is saying this off his own fucking wedding video he saw. So he's like really emotional. So like, Sonic, you don't know nothing about actual marriage anyway, because legit, man, you haven't been with a woman long enough for that to even be a thing, and you haven't been with a woman long enough to want to get that, and you haven't really gotten, you haven't gotten with someone in the biblical sense, is what we're trying to say. Yeah, dude, literally. You only think it's made up and fake because literally you're so disillusioned with everything. You don't know. You don't know about the passion two people share. You tried to gain that, but again, you weren't mentally sound enough for that. It's like I said in all the other videos before. I said if Dexter was real, you had to bow out, but you didn't bow out. You just no, I gotta double down. I can take her away from the Dexter because Rouge did that to freaking Shadow.
That is interesting because the moment we got caught after jumping out the
Got
window.
caught. Got dragged back.
You could just
I'm biding my time, trying to find the best time to leave.
could just run off at the time. And that's what I did. I have to find out where they are.
It's easy when you're as fast as you are. Don't you think that factored in a little bit?
I feel like you can scare people off with firepower, just a little bit.
Sonic, Sonic, yes. I left my home in the Higher Havens the same way, but I didn't threaten nobody. Me and my brothers, we made a mad dash out of there, and we just hung out with. I hung out with my grandpa. My grandpa actually lives down in Earth and actually takes a human form, so we were actually living with him a lot. You know, but like, the thing about you and me is, Sonic, I always, even though it didn't seem like it, I respected my dad. I respected my mother. I respected the fact that we were royalty. Even though I never really always showed it. The thing about you is, Sonic, you can't tell anybody. And let me just say this. You can't tell anybody that marriage is fake. You can't tell anybody laws are fake. You're so jaded and shaded with everything that's happened to you, you can't speak for another person. That's why you're so miserable now. Because, like, legit, it's all about saving people. And just because you got fucking rejected by Amy, and you feel that, and it hurts, and you still feel that shit. The thing about you is, you don't see it. Like, you just said, fuck it, I'm giving up. And that's what I hate about you, Sonic. You just straight up gave up. Not even on love. On yourself. Because you're just, oh no, I'm just going to be dedicated to saving the world. Then what? Then when the world's all saved, what are you left with? I'm with Bugsy. What are you actually left with? See, at the end of the day, Bugsy, me, and Overlord over here, we can go from the Middleman Institute back home with our loved ones. Bugsy can go ahead and chat with his crew. We all can chill. See, but you, on the other hand, you don't really got anything to go back to. And doesn't that feel kind of fucking lonely? I mean, doesn't that make you kind of feel sad that we're like, you know, we're kind of on top of things and you're not? Doesn't that kind of make you a little upset?
Wait a second. Why does it matter if you like me or not? You were talking about your husband. Okay, that's a little weird.
Whoa.
Thanks, Lord Phantom. Pirate King and Shadow Androids are why I ban machine intelligence for any self-awareness. I don't care if Siri sounds nice or it always ends badly.
What do you mean?
Probably. Thanks, Lightning Tiger. Perhaps you'd be into some burning slabs instead. Okay. Probably good that you didn't see that. Thanks, Dark Love. What's happening? Is this a date? Me confused. No, it's me throwing rocks at Blaze's window to get her to come out, even though she's like basically like super grounded. Or maybe he had stinky.
You know what? You know, if we were doing this,
my breath is fine.
I would stop the Pirate King and I'd be like, and I would slap the shit out of Blaze's father. You would not. Yes, I would. I'd be like, bitch, you know the first thing you should have been doing? You should have been doing this for your people. You didn't have to wait until Sonic dropped out of the sky to freaking do something. You're out here going, oh, I gotta do this. Motherfucker, let me show you how it's done. Fucking the Pirate King would have been done. He'd have been on the ground. I'd have been like, do you know who I am? He's gonna be like, alright, do not. I'm Bugsy, motherfucker. Know my name. That's what I'd say. You're high. Bugsy, I swear to God, you have... I swear to God, you would be pushed to that point, though. I know you. I mean, yeah, but seriously. Her dad's just barking out orders and not doing a damn thing. I'm a fucking king, and I did that shit. I'm more hands-on. If I see a motherfucker trying to run into the Higher Havens, you know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna fucking destroy that motherfucker and make him fucking wish he never fucking came up here in the first place. Drop him from the clouds and shit. Be like, know who you are. Know who I am and know who you are. Know your place is down there. We're up here. bitch. That's how I do it. That's how I do it.
Since I got kicked out of the place.
That's how I did. That's how I do it. But anyways, back to what we were talking about. So, seriously, you would just beat the shit out of... No, I wouldn't beat the shit out of Blaze's father. I'd be like, okay. If I got a duel. If I win, you have to literally give Blaze her freedom. Even if she is princess or queen, you have to abolish all of your fucking rules when it comes to this. And if I win, I just leave. But you have to swallow your pride and let her make her own decisions. Okay? If you try to go back on this deal or do anything fucked up, I have the right to beat the living cheese out of you. Okay? No more. No nothing. Just a king beating up another king so he can actually see the fucking folly of his own thinking. God damn, like they said, you would really do that. Yeah. And I'll be like, I've been out here no bitching, no belly aching, because if you try to start a war with me, you ain't never seen like 5 or 6 black wings in the, like 100 black wings in the sky, blocking out the sun and shit, looking all sorts of nefarious, looking like we about to do some devious shit. Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Anywho, hold up guys, I gotta take this. Give me a minute. Okay, Bugsy. Oh Lord, would you do the same thing? No, I would be worse about it. Because it ain't even the time for him to be acting and barking rules. He should be out here trying to fight too. That makes him kind of a pussy. Bugsy. When we were under siege that one time, Bugsy was out here beating motherfuckers left and right, and he's the king. He was literally beating motherfuckers out here left and right. But acting like he was Robin Hood mixed with Peter Pan. Well, the king out here hiding like a little bitch. I'm sorry. Blaze been saving the soul dimension how long? You weren't even a fucking issue. Like literally, Eggman Nega was attacking. Where the fuck were you? I out here playing in his ass. Oh yes, it's delightful. I like playing in my butthole. Like, come on, you two. Like, let's give him a benefit of the doubt. Okay, Megalo, I want to hear this. What should we give him benefit of the doubt on? The fact that his military is so weak he can't fight Eggpons? The fact that his people are literally starving and they're dealing with this now. The fact that this man can't even focus on that but want to focus on Marion Blazoff when he should be focusing on the people that matter. Hold on a minute. I'm just saying. Sorry guys, I had to take that again. Anyways, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're a king, right? Like, I'm a king. And, you know, you think about the good of the people. Instead of just going, yes, I'm just gonna sit in my freaking castle and act like a bitch while this pirate king is out here slaughtering my people. That's why they need democracy. Our fucking Hard Havens is a freaking monarchy. But it's a monarchy that actually works because I'm actually doing something. You know, people call me the can-do king. People call me the can-do king because I'm out here doing things. I'm out here doing things that most kings don't freaking even sully their hands with. And it's also because us Kuros are warriors anyway, so it's like, yeah, we do what we do.
Like a bad taste for kisses?
Sonic, you shouldn't be Okay, now we're back. Now we're to this. Sonic, you kissed Blaze, man. You kissed Blaze on a fucking dare, man.
What are you talking about?
Cheerios.
See, you just did. You just kissed Blaze. You didn't even ask for it. You didn't even build it up either. Like, well, Blaze on a night like this makes a man forget. You know, you ain't even like getting your like worked up to that idea. You know, you're just out here like, nah, okay. It'd be more like, you know, Blaze, in the light of the moon, you look. Actually, I'm sorry for saying this, but you really do look beautiful. I actually, I mean, sorry about that. You know, like, I don't know, like, build up to it, man. Like, you just did that for no reason. Just because you Sonic don't mean you can just steal kisses from people. You out here going like, well, but what is I got a low star rating and you just keep making jokes, man. Her emotions ain't no toy. She lost her mom. She don't know where Silver's at, and you're like out here going. That was disrespectful, Sonic. And I know it's in your character. I know. With the other Sonics I talk to, they make similar mistakes, but at least they learn from it. No, you doubled down. It's like, you all want to see me fail. Sonic, as much of the times that I roast you in these videos, I never want to see you fail. I actually want to see you be the Sonic that I know you can be. Even if you're not like the other ones I've met before, you can strive to that point. But the fact of the matter is, you kiss Blaze, and Blaze feels kind of weird, and she is blushing, but it's a little bit of embarrassment, probably a little bit of want for you, but she hasn't really admitted that yet. You would know this if you actually, I don't know, man, like if you like in those 5 years, you actually like date after the 5 years when you left, you actually knew what girls wanted. You know. Like, you be going after everybody under the sun. Brandon, my dog, dude, it's my dog. She's really trying to get a part of this. Hold up. My dog's trying to be a part of this. I'm trying to stop her. Okay, I think I calmed my dog down for a bit. Okay, we can keep going. But, like, that's what I was saying with Sonic. Sonic, like, literally, that's how I feel. Like, you can strive to do better, but you don't want to. It's like you don't want to. It's like you're mentally stuck as a teenager.
Sorry.
Not even me.
I've been making a lot of jokes and trying to make things lighthearted.
What are you trying to cover up?
I'm not exactly amazing talking about feelings, so. Blaze, I've been kind of Mr. Joking guy, making wisecracks and stuff since I got home, because everything was serious for a really long time for me.
Well, things are very serious here.
Yeah.
Hang on there, Sonic. Where is this coming from? Where was this from? The apologetic side. When you were fighting off Robot's name, you should have said this instead of what you originally said. Yes, I'm sure you let her down as well.
Me coping with stuff badly is how I end up hurting people.
You hurt me.
Like people say, like, oh yeah, you could have told Amy that. Now, let me say something, guys. Sonic could have told Amy all this, but Amy wasn't at the right place to really be listening to Sonic. She's in denial about her own shit. Like, I know y'all want Sonic to get with Amy and leave Dexter, But Amy ain't at that place in her mind. Before she ain't in that place mentally to make that decision. You know, she out here. She was out here causing some havoc last week. Y'all acting like Sonic's gonna. You act like Sonic gonna be there. You know, Sonic being there is gonna fix that. And that's why I see the latest thumbnail saying that she's gonna be leaving. I'm like, well, she needs to. She needs to find herself, and that's good. At least one of them is actually thinking. I don't think Sonic really needed to leave and go and help Blaze. I mean, I'm glad he is, because Blaze does need help. I mean, shit, they're getting smacked around by egg ponds, and I really think that's fucked up. If me and the boys could slap the egg ponds around like it ain't no thing, like we just stepped out of a fucking, like we just stepped out of the hyperbolic time chamber, we're punching these things like so many fucking pieces of gravel. I don't even know how they can't fight egg ponds. It's like, wow. How are these people dying to egg ponds? We need to go back to that. We need to, like, talk about that for a minute. We need to really... We really need to talk about that for a minute. At some point, like tomorrow. Because, yeah, I'm not even going to make jokes about Amy leaving. All I gotta say is this. When Amy leaves, I'm just going to say this because I saw it in the future and also I saw the thumbnail. But I saw outside of meta range. I also saw inside. But it's like, to me, I feel like Sonic needs some time. Sonic, after this, needs some time to himself. But I feel like he needs some time to talk to the people that really matter to him, which is Tails. I feel like if Sonic came back and talked to Tails, I think Tails would stop all this fucking nonsense. Like, I think Tails would stop all this fucking nonsense. All this dumb bullshit he's just pushing onto himself. I'll be like, one, Tails, don't care what other people have to say to you. You're not a disappointment. You should just fucking do you. And I'd be like, to Sonic, I just say, man. Okay, but we gotta get to the actual point of this right here.
I know it's not amazing circumstances, and maybe I don't ever get it right, so it doesn't ever work out with, like, any of the people I know or meet or try and reconnect with nowadays, but I'm really glad I saw you again lately.
In that case, I am too.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I like make a lot of jokes, and I'm kind of a clown a lot because I don't have
Maybe.
a way of like dealing with the stuff that's happened to me.
Maybe in future, if you're going to make fun, just make it about someone else.
Yeah.
I'll see you in a few minutes.
Yeah.
I feel like it.
You know, I gotta be honest though. Blaze and Sonic out here talking all like they about to kiss for real. Bugsy, shut up, man. No. Think about it. I mean, it's night. They're rendezvousing. They're about to go save the kingdom, but they're also kind of a little close. It just feels kind of right, you know? It's just Sonic didn't get the right cue card, you know what I'm saying? He should have let that, if he really wanted to kiss Blaze, he said he wanted to. He should have let that shit happen naturally. You know, you can't, you know, everybody in the chat like, hey, kiss now. But no, it's gotta build, folks. The tension, the passion, everything has to build. That's how you do it. That's how we do around here.
I don't. I don't know how to. I don't know how to not screw this up. I, 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 I find different ways every single time. Even with different people, I can't get this right. And she's gone.
Like my mother, Isabella Tessa Caro once said, you got, there's a right time to do things and there's a wrong time to do things, Sonic. Like you have to, like, you can't just flash your personality. You gotta give them what they want. You gotta be the helpful hand. The friend that people need. You can't literally just, become the jokester and that's it. That's only a part of your personality. But now we're skipping to the point where freaking Sonic's like, y'all want me to fail liars? Kind of reminds me of an old friend. Rather, an old robot.
Bit up, and I'm sure you'll protect her from my brother. It's literally just Metal Sonic again. I beat him like 20 times. And he's half broken. And that's probably like the next worst thing to do in my situation. And could that ever be the wrong thing to do? Thanks, Christian. I don't want you to screw up. Thanks, Lala. Blaze is a princess. Be more serious. She likes that. Thanks, Rebel and Leo. Settle down, Sonic. You're jumping conclusions. Well, okay, maybe a little. Thanks, Child of the Moon. Do you think I got you a kiss to make you fail? Okay, well, thanks, Night Fury Lover. It depends on what you want, Sonic. Friendship or more. Either way, it's best to focus on what the other wants and respecting them and be there for them.
Yes. Because I was like, oh, you're making me fail. I would skip that shit because, just kind of, it reminded me of someone. But literally, Sonic, you cannot have that mindset. It's a very destructive mindset. Because it's like, it feels like you can't trust anybody, and then since you can't trust anybody, you lock yourself off to people. Yeah, but you won't be like that robot who's just locked himself off to everybody, but still finds the time to make his presence known. But no one's really paying attention.
Thanks, Obi-Wan. Your emotions are blinding you. Breathe and relax. Chad, was this my fault?
I gotta be honest. You fumbled the bag, Sonic. But everybody fumbles the bag every now and again. They read the room wrong. Hell, I'm guilty of that 5 times out of 10. But it's the thing. You gotta understand that not everybody, like, if you want Blaze, man, if you really honest to God and like truthfully chaotic Allfather to my chest, you have to understand one thing. You have to understand one thing and one thing only. If the moment happens, it happens. But you can't force that moment. You can't say, oh, yeah, let me just kiss you for like $5. You can't be doing that. You gotta let that shit happen. You gotta let it roast. You gotta let it congeal. You can't just force a moment. I know you're feeling it, Sonic. You're feeling it bad ever since he did that to you. And I'm not saying it's her fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. Right now, you two were not in the same wavelength with each other. Amy judging you and shit. You trying to you try to come on a little bit more stronger than you would normally. Either way, it's a mess. It's a mess. It's a mess, and you need to understand. No one's out here trying to see you fail. You think it's cool for me? Like, it's fun roasting you. I ain't gonna pretend like it isn't. But I hate seeing you flounder because I've seen a version of you at his most purest potential. I've seen versions of you fall in the darkness. I've seen so many things that I've seen other Sonics do. I feel like you have the potential to do everything that the other Sonics can do, but do it in your own way. But you need to come to grips with whatever happened to you those 5 years ago. Like, what happened, Sonic? What made you into this person? I know you feel like no one cares, that no one gives a shit about what you did. But we all do, even if those Station Square yahoos don't. That's on them. You're the dude that saves the day with with a streak of blue. You shouldn't be asking for thanks either. Hold up, okay. I'm gonna hurry up and do this. I gotta hold my dog because she's trying to get this stuff. Okay, now, what I'm trying to say is that, Sonic, what you have is a very destructive mindset. Like, trust me, man, I have been through the ringer myself to self-pity, to self-loathing, to a bunch of shit. But hey, I'm still standing. I'm still doing my part. I'm still standing here, sitting with the boys, telling you some shit. Sonic, you think that marriage, let me just say, you think that marriage is fake because, like, literally, you don't think you're deserving of any kind of love. But let me tell you, man, there are times where you have to act like a clown. There's times where you can act like a clown, and there are times where you had to be serious. And this is the moment where you had to be. That was the moment where you had to be serious. Because you gotta understand, Blaze told you this, but she ain't like you, man. We don't all have the same experience that you have when it comes to family. Me and Bugsy and Overlord are my cousins, and we are close. We are closer than... We're like brothers almost. You know? And you have that with Tails. So you understand at least that. And Tails' family may be a little bit wacky, but they do care about each other. They just got a weird way of showing that. And also, just the fact that freaking these shadow androids keep saying prepare for the ultimate pleasure really fucking scares me. Why is it scary? Because I'm tired of them just coming out here and going like, welcome to the ultimate pleasure. Sounds like some stuff I saw. Stuff I saw on my little treks. Treks? Through the fourth dimension. Wait a minute, isn't the Towerverse in the fourth dimension? Basically. But yeah. Like, Sonic, the real reason... you gotta come to grips with everything that happened to you. But you made it everybody's problem, but you ain't really saying anything, You ain't really talking about that time. This is the first time you really opened up about your feelings to Blaze, to anybody. You won't even open up to these guys in the chat. People care about you, Sonic. People love you, but you gotta understand No one can help you if you, no one can help you if you don't say anything. If you don't say anything. You can only use jokes to hide from what you're dealing with so much until it actually boils over. And you need to understand there's a time to joke and there's a time to be serious. And Blaze needed you to be serious. She forgave you, of course, because you actually showed some vulnerability, and she understood that you actually are in pain. But you need to be a little bit more open about your feelings. I don't care if that's not what you do. You need to let go of that. I'm not good with it, but you gotta try. You gotta practice. You gotta really say, hey, I'm in pain. I need someone to talk to. That's what you need to do. But you can't do that if you're constantly trying to be the clown. It's hard to gauge if you're being genuine or not. It's not your fault. Everybody screws up. People have screwed up like you a thousand more times before and after you. But you need to be the one to rise above it, to be better than you were. Because that is what you need to be. Like, and if you look, and if you actually are feeling something from Blaze, do not force it. If you really do, like, no bullshit, Sonic. If you actually feel something, you have to literally let that happen naturally. If it does, if you're planning to stay here for a little while, because I feel like that's what you're gonna do. You need to go slow. I know that is hard for you to do, but you need to. That was the problem with you trying to get with Amy too. You were trying to go at this really, really, really fast, and you should have went really, really, really slow. You know, Amy went fucking ballistic last week because she can't even control her feelings. She takes it outwardly, and you hold it in externally. Yeah, I mean, you hold it outward, and she holds it in outward, and you hold it in inward. If that makes sense. The only way you're ever gonna grow, Sonic, is that you need to admit that there's a problem with you. You need to try and be a little. You gotta try and be a little bit more empathetic too. That you are, but I don't know. Maybe that's eroded away since you've been fighting. You know, you've been fighting the snake for 5 years. That's probably what happened. But you need to actually. But you need to actually, remember why you do all this, why you help. It's not just because you do it because you can. You have a reason. You need to reconnect with that feeling again. Because I feel like you're just going through the motions just simply because you can. Because you feel like there's nothing else for you anymore. And that's the problem. You need to realize why you do it, why you help people. Some people do that their entire lives and don't really understand why they do any of it. You know what why you're fighting for. You know who you're fighting for. But you gotta feel that. If that makes sense. That's what Bugsy is right about that. It's different when you have someone or something you want to protect. Because then you'll stop at nothing to keep them all safe. You'll stop at nothing. Climb the highest mountain. Beat every crazy pimp you see. Yeah, I have a little bit of fucking experience with that. Oh, Linky Link, you didn't see it coming. Ah! sorry. We are being serious. But honestly, they're right though. Like Sonic, what is it that you're trying to protect? Who is it you're trying to protect? And when you know that, everything is clear. Maybe it was a little premature for you to just assume that you'd go back to Amy and everything would be sweet. But you need to understand, Sonic, that maybe just doing all this shit is not going to gonna make you feel better, because you're gonna still have to fill a hole. Maybe you could stay with Blaze for a little bit. I would, but me, I'd probably slap her. I'd probably slap her daddy. I'd challenge that man to a duel and just whoop his ass and make him and embarrass him, and be like, let her do her own choices, and if you go back on that, I just would summon a whole bunch of I would summon a whole bunch of my homies, and after that, you don't want to know what would happen. But I'm not you, and you are not me. You damn sure ain't me. But you get the point. Yeah, Bugsy is not really saying this to fuck with you, but you need to like understand where we're all coming from here. Yes, Sonic, like you just need to keep growing, man. You're growing right now, but you need to keep going. You need to stop trying to be Mr. Funny Guy and just be Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. Be the you we all know that you are. Be the you that fought Robotnik all those years ago, saving those little animals, and you didn't do it for any reward or to be thanked. You did that. You did that because you did that because you cared about the people that Eggman was hurting back in the day. That's what you cared about. So you need to pull this giving thanks and all this other stuff out of your head. Because a true hero's reward is not getting any reward at all, but just knowing that you did a good job. Even if the Jackanapes don't know that you did. That's the truth. Well, boys, I think it's time for us to go. You guys wanna go get some? You guys wanna go to that new noodle place? Let's go get Yonk and go to that new noodle place. Here they got some ghost pepper noodles. Ghost pepper noodles, you say? Yeah. Okay, maybe. I might ask the harem and the Loud Sisters if they want anything. So I might just go ask them for that. All right. We're gonna go get Yonk. Yeah, we'll see you in a few minutes. Bye, Max. Bye, oh great fearless leader. And I want you to know, you're the best damn leader we got. Not because you're you, but because of how you are. Remember that. God dang it. Teleportation spell. Oh. Okay. Sonic, again, let this be a lesson to you. You need to think about what you're really doing out here. You need to really think about the people that you hold dear. You need to think about all of that while you're on that boat. You need to have something to think about. Bugsy out. Now, if you excuse me, there's a new noodle place. They got ghost pepper They got ghost pepper noodles. I'm about to go get me some. Peace.